Good people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Be careful down in the comment section of the videos. A lot of spam, a lot of scammers. I will never ask you to contact me by WhatsApp or Telegram. I also do not invest money for my subscribers, so please be careful. Don't get yourself scammed. If you want to keep up with me when I'm not on the airwaves of YouTube, do me a big favor. Get down in the description box, click on that Richard Fain Millionaire Mentor Instagram link, and give me a follow on Instagram, and then send me a DM to let me know that you're rocking with me. I certainly would appreciate that, guys. Guys, do me a big favor as well. Go check out my new website, second link down in the description box, which is www.richardfain.net. If you'll do me a big favor, go check out that website. Over 250,000 of you guys have already made the decision to check out the website. So thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Hundreds of you guys have made the decision to invest in yourself and try out some of my digital products. And I've been getting a lot of great feedback from you guys that have tried out the digital products. So thank you. Like I said, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of you guys have already done that. And I tell you guys this all the time, man. The best investment you're going to ever make is an investment in you. Not stocks, not ETFs, not a business, not real estate for income, not gold and silver, but you. So, hey, you're the key to building wealth, right? Those other assets I mentioned mean nothing unless you got the right attitude, you got the right confidence, and you can execute, right? These assets mean nothing without those things. And what I'm telling you is the information, those 10 digital products handpicked by me will help you with your confidence. It will help you become a better executor, right? If you're in this thing to be a wealth builder, you're gonna need to execute in order to become a wealth builder and actually build wealth. Website will help you do that. Second link down in the description box. And then if you want to take it one step further, get yourself over to the private mentorship club through my website, but it's on the Patreon website. So all you gotta do is hit the membership button or the join button in my website. While you're in the website, you'll see those buttons. Hit them and it'll take you over to Patreon. Now, if you have a problem with finding it on the website, send me an email on the website, and then I will send you my personal link to Patreon. So either way, you need to get yourself involved. We're over 800 people over there already, been up for about 3.5 months, and we're looking for quality, not quantity, right? We're just trying to get quality people over there who want to become wealth builders and be around other people that want to be wealth builders, and we help each other get to wealth. That's the whole point of it, right? There ain't no smoke and mirrors, there ain't no raffles, there ain't no, oh, I'm gonna give you an iPhone for the person with the best smile. None of that's over there. So that's not what we do. All we do over there is build wealth. And I'm the creator, and I have 800 people on my side over there, and we're looking for more good quality people who want to become wealth builders. So check it out. Also, before we jump into the stock market stuff we want to talk about today, hey, if you do want to become a wealth builder, you're going to need a great self-directed brokerage account, a brokerage app to be able to buy your paper assets. The good folks at Moo, first link down in the description box, has a wonderful offer for you guys who want to become wealth builders. They are prepared to give you up to 20 free stocks for just trying out their brokerage app. No strings attached, no gimmicks, no smoke and mirrors. Hey, if you put $100 in initially when you open your brokerage account, they're going to give you 8 free stocks, publicly traded companies. If you decide to put $1,000 in when you initially open your account, they're going to give you 20 free stocks. And those 20 free stocks will belong to you. and you qualify for those free stocks by putting a $100 deposit or a $1,000 deposit into your brokerage account. And then you can take that $100 or that $1,000, and guess what you can do now? You can go ahead and transact, execute, take action, buying big boy blue chip paper assets. Now, what I believe in and what I tell you guys about on my YouTube channel is a particular investment strategy that I've used for 30 years. Traditional investing, right? Buy and hold, big boy blue chip, long term. That's my strategy. I've used it for 30 years and I've been very successful. Now, if that's not your strategy, that's okay. Don't use it. But for those of you who want a strategy that history says is a proven strategy, not me. Now, I can give you my experience. My experience has been great, but history also says it's great. Not just me. There are millions and millions and millions and millions of people that use that traditional investing strategy to build wealth. But you're going to need a brokerage account, right? You're going to need a self-directed brokerage app. And I think the good folks at Moo have given you guys an incredible offer. Don't miss it. Get down in that description box, click on that Moo link today. Go get that free stock, go get that free money. And then send me an email through the website to let me know you've opened the Moo account, but you need some help learning how to use it. And that's where I come in. I'm going to send you some tutorial videos, 2 of them, that the folks at Moo put together. And it's going to walk you through how to use that brokerage app, the basic stuff you need to know, guys. And then you're ready to rock and roll. You're ready to buy paper assets and become a wealth builder. And then the next thing you need to do is get over and join the private mentorship club so you can get around like-minded people who are also wealth builders that can help you. No one's going to help you in the matrix. No one's going to help you from the 1%. I'm going to tell you what the 1% up to here in a minute. They're up to some shenanigans, boy. They got a lot of y'all food too. I mean, they got a lot of y'all food. Every time you look around, somebody is sending me a story about why this is going to zero. Oh, golly, here's another story about NVIDIA. Here's another story about Microsoft. Here's a story about the hyperscalers and how they're spending all this money on AI and it's giving them no return on their money and it's gonna all collapse. Guys, y'all don't get this. I've been doing this for 30 years. You know how many times I've heard this song and dance about why everything's going, oh, now all of a sudden, labor market softening, unemployment's going up. Now we're going into a recession and oh, that's going to make it worse. Guys, we may go into a recession. I can't control that. Nor can you. But guess what? If we do go into a recession, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to double down and keep buying big boy blue chip because at some point we coming out of that recession. And when we do, everything going to the moon. So get caught up in this propaganda and sit on the sideline and be scared to death if you want to and miss your wealth building opportunity. You go right ahead. I'm not. I've been doing this for 30 years. I know all the shenanigans. I don't care if this thing go all the way craters 5 miles underneath the earth. I'm still buying because I know one thing about the 1%. When this thing get ready to turn this thing around and go to the moon, it's going to go to the moon and they're going to get rich. Just like they did in 22, just like they did in 2008, just like they did in 2000. And everything in between. Every time the stock market hits a rough patch, guess who comes out on top? The 1%. It's either the very next year or the year after that, you'll start seeing billionaires and hedge funds and selling, oh, golly, we made so much money. Why? Because of times like this. So don't get yourself sideways and get panicky. And every little story you see, you want to read it about bad news. Guess what that's doing to your psyche, your subconscious? It's telling you to sell. You guys don't get that. You don't see me sitting up here telling you guys about no bad news. Not when it comes to any of the investments that I'm buying, because I know it's all propaganda. Now, I'm going to tell you what's happening in the economy. I'm going to tell you what's happening with interest rates. I'm going to give you my opinion on it. But when it comes to my investments, you're never going to see me sit up here and say, oh, yeah, guys, the S&P 500 is trash, and they keep saying it's trash. No, you're never going to hear me speak bad about my investments. Why? Words are powerful. Words are powerful. So if you want to speak ill will over your investments, go right ahead, brother and sister. I'm not doing it. I'm not allowing it. And I'm not going to allow, and I'm going to get on some of my people in my mentorship club. I'm going to start doing, guess what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to start putting people in timeout because I'm not going to hear it. I don't want to hear it. That's why I don't preach it on my YouTube. Not about my investments. I will tell you what my opinion is on the economy. I will tell you what my opinion is on interest rates. I will tell you what my opinion is on the job market, but I'm not going to trash my investments because words are powerful. I'm not going to speak in no negative about my investments. And if you're a wealth builder and you believe in your investments, you wouldn't speak ill will either. I don't care what article, who it came from. They're all controlled by the 1%. Yahoo Finance, CNBC, Forbes, Barron, all of them controlled by the 1%. And they got y'all so fooled. A lot of y'all running around here reading every little bad news article. And guess what you're doing to your mental? Screwing it up. That's all you're doing. Oh, you need to know both sides. What do you need to know? Is the company a good company or not? Is it making money? I don't care what some guy on Wall Street says. Is Google making money? Is Microsoft making money? Is Amazon making money? Does Meta make money? Yes. They make money. I don't care what some guy on Wall Street says he wants them to do. He ain't own the company. He probably trying to drive the stock price down. He probably shorting the stock. Who knows what these guys are doing? They don't care about you guys. They care about the bottom line. You got to start understanding this. These people do not care about you. They care about the bottom line. They're going to tell you whatever they want to tell you to trick you. Y'all don't get this. But some of us, we buy right into it. Oh, here's another bad article about NVIDIA. Oh, here's another bad article about AMD. Oh, here's another bad article about Intel. Oh, here's another this, here's another that. You think that's helping? That's not helping. That is promoting their propaganda. You are part of the propaganda. You're propagandizing yourself and all the other people you're associated with by spreading all this crap. Have you not learned anything? Listen, man, the stock market is about making money. It's about tricking people like you into thinking things are doomsday, selling or not buying, staying on the sideline, driving down prices so that they can get in at the low and run it back up. That's the stock market. And we fall right into it. You don't see no billionaires out here talking about, oh golly, here's another bad article about the companies that I got $2 billion in. Oh, you don't see billionaires doing that, do you? No, all you see is these articles directed at people like you to scare you. And we fall right into it. Hey, oh, here's one. Let me go ahead and read it for you. Let me go ahead and run you through one right here. Let's go ahead and run you through one right now. Let's run you through one of these great articles from Yahoo Finance, which I use Yahoo Finance, but of course, the 1% own it. It's owned by the 1%, right? Let's check it out. Why the stock market is suddenly freaking out. Here we go. Let's run through all the reasons they want to scare you so that you don't invest. Let's go. The narrative on Wall Street is shifting. Oh my God. Wall Street is shifting. Now, what is Wall Street all about? Let's ask ourselves that question. What is Wall Street all about? Making money. Where does Wall Street make their money? In the stock market, derivatives market, foreign exchange market, international investment market. All of those things point to the financial markets, guys. This is where Wall Street makes its money. Where else is Wall Street going to go to make money if the stock market is shifting and it's terrible now? I'm trying to tell you guys, just giving you a little bit of a pro tip. It's all propaganda, right? Let's keep going. Traders have long placed their bets on the Federal Reserve cutting rates in September. And the Fed Chair Jerome Powell basically confirmed as much Wednesday. Okay, so we've been investing for the last 6 months on FOMO in the stock market that the Fed will reduce interest rates. We all know that, right? Okay, that much we know. It's been FOMO. I've been telling you guys for months that it is very, very atypical for the stock market to be doing as well as it's doing when interest rates are this high. I've been telling y'all that for months. And I've also been telling y'all why it's so high because of FOMO associated with the Fed cutting rates. I've been telling you that. So that shouldn't be a surprise to you if you've been plugged in, because I've been telling you this for months. Interest rates up, stock market should be down. FOMO kept the stock market up and all of us enjoyed it. Right? Now the tide is turning a little bit according to this article. Let's keep reading. The rate cut expected in 6 weeks, that's September, was priced into the stocks. So they're saying for the first or the last 3 months, this September rate cut was already priced in, and that's why people were FOMOing, right? Okay, I'm following them. Which has been rising over the past few months in hopes of a rate cut. Rate cuts tend to juice stocks or lift stocks because they lower borrowing costs for businesses and can boost business profits, which is true. Companies can borrow money lower. They take that money and they put it into what? Growth, which should turn into what? Revenue, and hopefully they have some profit from that revenue. So they're absolutely right. When you can borrow money cheap as a company, you take that cheap money and you put it into expansion. You put it into growing your revenue. I'm following them there, right? None of that is wrong. But now, here we go. Here's the propaganda. But now, fear is starting to take hold as concerns mount that the Fed may not be acting quickly enough to keep Americans' job market in good shape. I told you guys yesterday in my live stream that the Fed is too late. I told you that. I told you the Fed is too late. They're too late, but they can fix it. All they got to do is call an emergency meeting and lower the damn rates. That's all they got to do. Ain't nobody stopping them from doing that. Right? The market knows that. They know the Fed can step right in at any time. But here's a perfect example to keep driving down stocks. They know the Fed can step in right now. They ain't got to go to Congress. They ain't got to go to the president. The Fed can step in right now on Monday morning and lower rates 50 basis points if that's what they wanted to do. The market knows that. So all of this whole, oh my God, yeah, we know the Fed late. They should have been acted back in May. Or July 31st, a couple days ago. We know that. But we also know the Fed can jump out in a split second, just like they did in the pandemic. So how they came out in the pandemic and took that thing to zero. They could do it again if they want to. They choose not to. Investors know that. This ain't no surprise to them, but they want y'all to think it's surprising so they can keep running stocks down, right? So this is how it works. This is how it works. Now they took this news of the Fed cutting rates in the first 6 months. They used that news to drive up stocks. Now they're using the same news to drive down stocks. Can you guys follow this blueprint that they're doing? See, they used interest rates cuts to get you guys to do what? Juice stocks or lift stocks. Why? Because they were making money at the first part of the year in stocks. So they had to get a way to get you guys to, and me too, to buy, which we did. So we juiced the stocks. We lifted stocks, right? They made a bunch of money. Now they're using the same exact tool, interest rates, to drive stocks down. Now they're saying, oh golly, the Fed too late. We're gonna get out of here. It's too much for us. We're out of here. And they're driving stocks down, and they're scaring you in the process so you can get out or you don't buy. See how they use interest rates both ways, Wall Street? You guys got to understand this, guys. So here we go. But now fear is starting to take hold as concerns mount that the Fed may not be acting quickly enough to keep America's job market in good shape. Friday's worse than expected jobs report confirmed those fears. Again, yesterday I walked you guys through all of that in my live stream. And I told y'all my opinion was the Fed waited too long. I also told y'all the Fed can correct this. All the Fed has to do right now is lower rates, and they will right the ship. Now, will they do that? I don't know. Maybe they say, forget y'all, we wait until September. And in that case, the Wall Street will continue to hammer stocks, because they're going to use this rate thing, waiting too long. They're going to use this thing to hammer stocks down, right? But the Fed can stop this. The Fed can stop it because they can, Monday morning, we're reducing rates by 50 basis points. Immediately stops all that, reverses everything. Why? Because that 50% rate, that 50 basis point rate cut will do what? It will stimulate the economy. I mean, instantly. Companies, consumers, everybody. Everything will get stimulated with a 50 basis point immediate rate cut. It will stimulate everything. They have the power to do that. And Wall Street knows it. Will they do it? I don't know. but they have the power to do it, right? Fed Chair Jerome Powell warned Wednesday that cracks are starting to form in the labor market. Duh. Yeah, they're forming, but you know they've been forming for the last 3 months. If you've been looking at unemployment, it's been going up, Fed Chair Powell, for 3 months, starting in April. It started going up in April. It ain't just started yesterday. It started in April. Y'all saw this progression. You even forecasted at the beginning of the year that it'd be 4.1%. That's what the Fed forecasted for unemployment. CBO, Congressional Budget Office, they basically forecasted 4.4%. So they knew unemployment was going to come up, and they wanted it to. So it did exactly what the Fed wanted it to. But again, Wall Street will use this to drive stocks down. Even though the Fed and the Congressional Budget Office forecasted above 4% unemployment in January. Go back and look at my videos, guys. I talked about the CBO and the Fed saying unemployment would be over 4% this year. I talked about that in January, February of this year. So it's no surprise. Oh, this is a shock. What are we? No, it ain't no shock. These people predicted this from the beginning of the year, that unemployment would go up as they kept rates higher for longer. They predicted it. So it's not a shock. But Wall Street want you to think it's a shock. So you can start posting every negative article it is about any stock that you buying. Why would you post all these negative articles about stocks you buying, that you're trying to build your wealth with, that you believe in? Don't you understand the psychology of the stock market? Don't you understand the psychology of your own mind? You're not ruining it for somebody else. You're putting your own self in jeopardy. Hold on, guys. Hello? Yes. I'm good. How are you? Perfect. Thank you, man. I'll be here. Okay, bye-bye. I apologize, guys. I had to take that. I got a AC problem here at my second house. One thing about Florida, man, I'm telling you, you're gonna move to South Florida, you better be ready for AC problems, plumbing problems, and if we get hurricanes, roof problems. So just know that. This thing is 2 years old, this air conditioning unit. 2 years old, guys. And this thing but this is how it is. It's so humid. And it's so hot here, and these things have to work. I mean, during the summertime, these things work 24 hours a day pumping in cool air into this house, and sometimes they break. I don't care if they're brand new, they break. So I got an AC guy coming, he'll be here, so I'm gonna have to wrap this thing up. But let's get through a few more things before I get off of here. On Thursday, the stock market underwent a bit of a reset, with the Dow falling more than 600 points as America may be entering a new phase of economy, a slowdown in hiring. The broader S&P tumbled 1.5%. The tech-heavy NASDAQ composite dropped a stunning 2.5%, right? Those fears extended globally, with Japan's Nikkei dropping Nikkei 225 plunging 5.8%. Friday, the index biggest daily drop since March of 2020. So what's affecting America's financial markets affects the global financial markets, is what they're telling you. U.S. stocks fell further Friday after Amazon and Intel reported dreadful earnings and outlooks, as the transition to AI has proven costly, while its prospects remain uncertain. See the narrative they're trying to pump in now? To attack the mega caps, to attack semiconductors, because those guys have been winning, but they know they're going to win again. So what they do is they attack them with all this. Now it's dreadful. Amazon wasn't dreadful. It missed top line revenue by some analyst prediction, but it's still a top 5 most valuable company in the world. See, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all, but they're using these tactics to drive down stocks so that they can buy in when it's time to go back to the moon. That's what they're doing here, guys. Now they're saying AI is, the hyperscalers are not getting a return on AI, right? The hyperscalers, Microsoft, Alphabet, Amazon, Oracle, right? They're saying that these hyperscalers who have these large cloud service providing infrastructures, they put a lot of money into AI to build out those large platforms. Now they're saying they're not getting a return on them. It's not happening quick enough. We don't want to be we're not a venture capitalist where we want to put money in on an idea. We want an immediate return on our money, and that's fine. I mean, if you're Wall Street, you don't want to be fine. That's fine. But you were okay with it in January. You bought a bunch of it in January. Now all of a sudden you ain't okay with it 4 months later. It's all a scam, man. It's all propaganda. So it's been a turbulent few weeks for markets as some earnings reports have underwhelmed, and fear about increased regulation of tech and lackluster AI performance has soured investors' moods. Companies have reported U.S. consumers have pulled back from restaurants and retailers, and this week some preliminary job data looked weak. But America's economy remains strong. A report last week on second quarter gross domestic product, the broadest measure of the U.S. economy, was particularly robust. But that's for the first 6 months, guys. It's going to go downhill. That was for the first 6 months. That doesn't indicate what it's going to do in these next 6 months. So just understand that. Well, guys, I got to get out of here, man. I got my guy coming to fix this AC. I appreciate y'all rocking with me for this little short brief. I'm going to come back this afternoon, and we're going to fully finish this conversation. Later this afternoon, I'll finish the rest of it, but I got to wait on the AC guys. So do me a big favor. Get down in the description box and click on that Moomoo link. Open up that Moomoo account. Get yourself up to 20 free stocks for just trying out the Moomoo Brokerage app. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. And then send me an email through the website to let me know you've opened it, but you need some help learning how to use it. And I'm going to send you some tutorial videos to help you out and get you locked in and ready to go so that you don't miss this wealth building opportunity. Also, check out that website. Join the private mentorship club. Click that join button or that membership button. Get yourself around 800 plus wealth builders. They're going to help you get to your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, right? And remember this. Don't talk badly about your investments, guys. If you don't like the investment anymore, parachute out of it. But don't talk badly about big boy blue chip investments that you believe can get you to your wealth. You're actually working against yourself when you do that subconsciously. That's what you're doing. Anytime you take a negative article like these guys are writing, when you should know better, you take a negative article and you think you're helping people, you're not. You're hurting people. You're hurting retail investors who don't know what the 1% know. Now, if you find data that shows a company's losing money and you're asking people to take a look at that, that's one thing, guys. That's a whole different ballgame. If it's business performance that you're hipping people to, not Amazon missed some guy's estimate over here. Amazon's a top 5 most valuable company in the world, man. These people ain't going nowhere. I mean, are you really believing this propaganda? Oh, Amazon it's weak here, it's weak. Come on, bro. That sells articles, that sells newspapers, that sells whatever they're trying to sell. It sells advertising because it gets eyeballs. It's all about advertising and eyeballs and tricking you. So don't fall into that. Please don't. Stop with the negative stuff. And on you guys on the mentorship club side, I'm cracking down this afternoon. If I see any of this negative stuff in the community chat, I'm going to erase it. And if you get upset and you don't want to be a part of the thing no more, bounce. Because this thing is about keeping people healthy-minded. Not all of this crap going around about all it. Listen, we got enough bad news in this world. We got enough bad news. We don't need bad news in an environment where we're trying to talk about good news, which is building wealth. We understand what's happening here, but we don't have to repeatedly every day drop negative comments and negative articles and negative this. What purpose is that proving? Nothing but scaring people. So listen, guys, you can go ahead and read all this negative stuff and get yourself in a little tizzy and get your little self subconscious wise. Whatever goes on in the subconscious will come to the conscious. Just know that. Whatever goes on in the subconscious, guys, it's coming to the conscious. So if you're filling your subconscious with all this negative gloom and doom. It's coming to the conscious, and it's going to affect your decision when it comes to your investments. So just know that. Be careful what you let into the filter system, because that's what comes out of the filter system. Whatever you let in, guys, it's coming out. You better believe it. And it's going to affect you as a wealth builder. You think you're helping, but you're not. Right? You're not. You're not helping yourself by reading all this negative stuff about big boy blue chip companies. Listen, if you find something that's material, a business performance problem, that's different. But just repeating this propaganda to people through all these little, no, I don't do that. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to work against myself. I understand what's going on here because I've been doing it for 30 years. I know what's going on. I'm going to keep buying. I don't care how deep this thing goes. I'm going to go deeper. I'm going to keep going deep, because at some point, they're going to send this thing to the moon, just like they've always done. They've always done this. But we are like, this is brand new. They ain't never done it before. They always do it. Well, all right, guys. Appreciate y'all, man, for checking in. Lock it in with a thumbs up before you get out of here. Like I said, get down at the description box. Don't miss that moo offer. Go get you some free stock, up to 20 free stocks, publicly traded companies. Get yourself over to the mentorship club. Get around some people who are trying to get to wealth builders. Become a wealth builder. Check out the digital products on the website. And if you don't mind, give me a follow on Instagram. Instagram link down in the description box. Well, all right, guys, I appreciate y'all, man. I'll be back this afternoon to finish this thing up. Sorry I had to cut it short, but I got a little business I need to take care of with my air conditioner unit here in the second dream home, in the small dream home. So appreciate y'all, man, rocking with me. And guys, don't let these people fool you. Do not let these people steal your financial freedom, please. This is the greatest opportunity in a lifetime to build wealth. Do not let these people steal your freedom. Please, they will steal it. Don't let them steal it. Stay plugged in. I'm going to keep giving y'all the best of my ability to the news according to me. And that's what we're going to do. Thoughts become things. See it in your mind. Hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy. Get wealthy. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.